not nervous? You be feeling yourself?
No, I'm not nervous. I mean, no, I'm not nervous. I don't know why I'm not nervous. I mean, I'm just talking to you. It'll be different if you was like
bro.
a stranger.
I'm like the hood Oprah around here, bro.
It'll be different like if you was a stranger. Then maybe I'd be like, dang, like, but it's like we just talking.
But then again, you don't know what I'm gonna ask.
I'm just gonna be like, no comment.
Let me see your ring.
Are we going live now?
No, don't worry about that. Let me see your ring. Well, show it to the camera. So I ain't seen you last time.
Where should I go? Oh, right here.
Yeah. Last time I seen you, your last name was just Wyatt.
It was just Wyatt. Now it's Miss Johnson.
Miss Johnson around this thing.
Put some respect on it.
Yeah. You know, Johnson, the name actually was some slave owners.
I know.
And so, I don't know, I just wanted to be deep.
No, he has some, like he's traced his, like, heritage, like,
really?
His ancestors and stuff. And I can't really remember the story, but it was a Ruffin that pretty much owned, because his family last name, his mom's last name is Ruffin, and so it's so many Ruffins, and all of them was like owned by.
I know some Ruffins.
Yeah, it's deep, like really.
I ain't really mean about it. I just said that just to say that.
No, it's serious. Like seriously, that's real life.
Well, where you come from?
I have no idea. Like, I want to trace like my ancestor stuff, like the whole DNA, but I don't really got time to do.
I gotta trace mine because I don't believe my parents are my parents.
Why don't you believe that they're your parents?
They don't have any baby pictures of me.
What, are you the first child?
I'm the second child.
Oh, well, come on now. Like, second child don't get no
but
love.
my mama always would tell me this story. Like, she was like, this wasn't for me. You know, God gave me you. He told me your name. And, you know, I used to talk to you when I was pregnant. I was just like, now I'm kind of like.
No, seriously. Do they have a lot of pictures of the oldest?
They have every age.
Okay, so that's the thing.
And the
like,
thing
the
about
first child is always like, oh my goodness, like.
But if I'm ordained from God, then I should have every picture.
They be over it by that time.
You don't
like,
think Mary?
I don't feel like they have a lot of like my sister. She asked my mom, she was like, why you don't have a lot of pictures of me? Like, it just get different for the second child.
And then I'm 9 years. Me and my sister 9 years apart.
I'm 7
so
years
technology was different.
I'm 7 years older than my sister.
I don't think it's an excuse.
They went.
And I'm the first and only boy.
Oh, now that is different.
Exactly.
If you the only boy, then that should make a difference.
So I'm.
Well, maybe it's you then.
What you mean?
Maybe it's you.
What I do?
Maybe you was bad growing
up. No.
Like, and they just like forget it.
I was a way better child. See, my sister, she a little slow. She
Sister?
Yes, my sister.
You hear this?
She knows she the slow. They sent her to public school. They sent me to private school.
What's wrong with public school?
I'm just saying, it's more of an investment.
Okay.
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with public. Well, yeah. Because, man, when I got to public school, I was like, boy, these folks retarded. So, yeah. I know they probably did it because they felt bad. Or my real parents were sending them the money. But that's a different conversation.
That's a different conversation.
Yeah. Today we're talking about you.
Okay. Cool. I'm with it.
Today, I'm sorry, that was a venting session, y'all. Don't look up there.
Don't look up there? Look right
here? Yeah, look right there. Because they're going to be like, what you looking at?
It's hard not to look up there, like, look at yourself. But, okay, I'll look right here.
Yeah. It got to be just like we on TV. Today on the episode of, dang, I keep messing this up. On today's episode of About to Blow Up podcast with John Leon and friends, across from me, I got somebody richer than me. I got somebody who just like Miss Independent, but you feel me? Got a lot going. She came in flossing. She came in, but it's how you know somebody rich. Y'all see where my car keys is?
Don't tell nobody.
I keep my keys in my pocket. You feel me? Just because I ain't riding around styling like that. When she came in and put the keys on the table, just to let y'all know what it was.
The key on the table. I was
no. I was like,
tell it all.
I was like,
tell it. Make sure you tell it all.
I ain't even see the umbrella. It ain't even raining out there right now.
It is.
It ain't raining out there, bro. I was like, hey, she rich. And then she got the diamonds on. I got this Michael Kors watch on. She got the right man.
I wanted to put my clothes on for you. You know what I'm saying? I was like, let me
I got my hoodie on.
I'm finna be on the About to Blow Up podcast. So,
I appreciate it. Dress it up and make it real.
Yeah.
Whatever that mean.
Whatever he said.
Yeah. I appreciate you putting up on Miss Devin, Miss Wyatt, Miss Johnson. What they call you?
What do you mean what they call you?
Like when you doing business, like what they call you?
Just Devin. Some people call me Dev, but I typically don't like that. So just Devin.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's already short. So, I mean, why you got to, like, give somebody a nickname that's 5 letters?
Mm-hmm.
Devin.
Okay, Devin.
Mm-hmm.
I can call you Devin or Miss Johnson. Like,
Devin,
what would you like?
Mrs. Johnson.
Miss Wyatt.
Miss Wyatt.
Do you still go by Miss Wyatt?
Huh?
Do you still go by that?
I don't mind it. I'm still getting used to it because I literally just got married in November. So, like, I have to remind myself, like, when I'm like, hey, this is Devin. What? Devin Johnson. Like, I'm still getting used to it.
Another congratulations to that.
Thank
I know
you.
we just got to talk about the ring, but you know, another congratulations to that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Happy for you.
Thank you.
You know, was it a big difference from being a girlfriend to being a wife?
It is. I mean, I don't feel like your habits change, you know, like things that you're doing, but like it just hits you like you driving or you talking about that person and be like, yeah, my husband. Like, so it's a little different. Like we had already moved. Once I got engaged, we moved in like a couple of months rather before we got married. So all of the transitioning and, you know, you put the toilet stool up and down, like all of that was kind of like over with. So it's been seamless, to be honest.
It's another question. This off script a little bit though. Yeah, I seen him ask a question one day and he was like, you know what I'm finna ask? It was about the 1 month thing.
Where was that? Tell me.
It was something like y'all got married on the 28th or something like that.
We got married November 3rd.
November 3rd. I know somebody else who's but y'all got married that day. And you were like a happy 1 month anniversary.
Oh,
like,
yes.
What was that?
I don't know. I was going by
3 weeks.
I don't know what I was going by. Maybe I had a slow moment, but I mean, I guess I was just excited.
I thought that was a good discussion. Like, dang, is it like y'all? Because I think it was like what 3 weeks.
I think I was going by like 3, like every third of each month or whatever, and he was like literally counting like, okay, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and I wasn't doing that. So,
that's a great argument right there. Y'all can start a discussion right there. Yeah.
It really was. He big on social media just like you. So
yeah,
I really don't be knowing what he be posting. Like people like, you saw his post. I do.
Really?
I don't.
I be sending my friends stuff and they be like, "What you talking about, bro?"
I don't be on it like that.
Yeah.
I really don't. Like I post my stuff and go on about my business.
It used to be because when I was doing my digging, I was like, "Damn, I used to laugh at Devin stuff a lot."
I used to be big on Twitter, but it's like when you working, like some stuff have to like kind of take a background. Like I want to get back into like tweeting and saying what's on my mind, being on Instagram, but it just gets so hard. Like because I always feel guilty. Like I should really be working on somebody's video or working with a client and not playing on the internet. So
I've recommended you to people too.
Really?
Yeah, I just sometimes like people don't be like, I like to shout out myself when I do stuff. You feel me? I shout out all my assists. Okay. I definitely done threw your name around in some of the room. But some people don't like when they see prices. They kind of be like,
hey, your price is your price.
Yeah.
Like I feel like when I first got into the industry, when I first like stepped out and started doing my own thing, like I came from when I graduated from college, I started at Fox 6. And then from there, I transitioned into like the public relations field, government type stuff, doing a lot of videos and public relations with the city. But after I started doing my own thing, I did a lot of free stuff, like a lot of free stuff, like for a little or nothing, just to kind of get my name out there, just to kind of, get well crafted with my skills and what I had going on. And now I feel like I done kind of pay my dues. So like, my price.
How long did you work for free?
I don't know if it's like a deadline that I had or like a.
No, I mean, like, do you know how long you were actually doing it? Like, was it straight up from out of college till you felt like, I'm her?
Well, I mean, like I said, like I worked like quote unquote corporate America. So when I first decided to do my own thing, like have my production company, public relations company, that was 2017. So I would say a good 1-2 years, like here and there. And when I say free, some stuff for free or some stuff for like a little nothing, like $50, $100 here. Oh, okay, I'll do this for you for $100, $150, whatever. Like, I mean, you gotta kind of set what your price is. Like, what's gonna make you want to get up in the morning and get out the bed and go in, especially if it's raining or something. Like, what's literally gonna make you turn over? Like, let me go do this. So that's kind of like what I advise anybody when you send your prices. But yeah, price is the price. Like, this is like, it is what it is.
And
like,
yesterday
and
price,
you gotta know,
price.
like, everybody, I mean, you're not gonna cater to everybody. Like, your price may not be for a certain group, you know, or a certain person, because there's so many people out there doing videography or, you know, creative stuff. So, and that's okay. Like, everybody got their person that they're gonna work with.
Right. So let's get right into that. Like, straight up, why you did it like that?
What?
Like,
I'm
I got nervous.
I'm trying to see what we're getting into. Like,
I was gonna add, like, so you got your own business doing the videography, and well, let's talk about that first. Just the videography. You do a videography, you do photography too.
No photography.
No photography.
No, I mean, a lot of people ask me about it, but it's not something I want to get into. It's really like, I'm really focused on like building up the skills that I have and getting perfecting that. So, you know, I think a lot of people, you know, you try to do so much and you really don't become a master of nothing. So I'm really solely focused on videography. If I were to bring somebody on my team, you know, that takes pictures, does photography, then that's cool. But I don't see myself stepping into that realm.
Were you doing that at first?
Pictures?
Yes.
I mean, if you got a camera, you know how to take pictures. You know how to do it. But that's not something like I'm putting out like, hey, you know, I'm charging X, Y, and Z. Like, if I charge, it's because I know, like, I know what I'm doing. You know? Right. That's the only way.
Dang, I thought it all went together. Learn something new every day.
I mean, it's like you gotta know how to do them editing to the pictures, the lighting, like flash, like it's.
So what's the difference with doing the video? Wouldn't that be more work?
Not for me, because that's my background. Like, I went to school for like news, so you know, you learn how to work the camera as far as video goes. I worked in, you know, the news industry, so not really. Like, I guess it's kind of the same, but it's kind of not. Like,
you went to UA, right?
What did you?
Yeah. So, what did you first go to school for? Was it always?
No, I thought I wanted to be an attorney, so I majored in English starting off, and then maybe like year 2, sophomore, I was like, I really don't want to do this. Like, so I kind of just said it's some of the stuff that I liked, things that I was good at, maybe. Like, so I was always like, well, let me get a picture of you. Let me take a video of you. And I was like, let me see what news talking about. So that's initially what I thought I was going to do.
So that's what you actually made in news?
News, broadcast news.
Okay.
So I worked at Fox 6 when I graduated. You know, did that thing for like maybe 3-4 years. And then just decided to go a different route.
Have you always wanted to be behind the camera? Because me, I ain't going to lie, I feel like I'm LeBron. I got to have the ball.
You got to have the ball?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so hard to get in front of the camera, you know?
Really?
It really is.
Oh,
like
you talking about like the work that going into, okay.
So, I mean, when you get into news, like I don't know how it is now, like, because the industry has changed so much. But typically, if you go in, like, you want to do broadcast news, you're just trying to get in the news station. Like, so you'll take anything. Like, okay, I'll do producing, you know, I'll do editing. So that's pretty much how I got in. And then I was like, okay, I kind of like working behind the camera and really directing and saying, okay, do this, let's go over here, let's get this shot.
Just like a woman.
Yeah, being in control.
Yeah.
Why I gotta be a woman thing?
Because that's what y'all do the best.
Okay.
Yeah, like I got a lot of stuff that I do. I just be like, hey, I don't know how to do this. You better at this than me. I pass it off all to my homegirls.
That's good, because you don't find a lot of men that's like that.
My homegirls trash.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't find a lot of men that notice that they're not good at something and they're okay with delegating it or giving it to somebody else. Like, they always want to. Like, I have friends that have been in like marriages. They're not married no more, but like, he thought he was better at. Well, he thought because he makes the money that he needed to be over the money, but he's not good at money management. She was. He was better at cooking. She wasn't good at cooking, and so it's kind of like.
That's why I say I'm LeBron. You feel me? I know I'm not gonna make all the threes, so I'm pass to who can.
Yeah.
See why I got these bottles in here? So a girl called me yesterday and said you need to fill the room up a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's
was your girl or like a friend?
It was a homegirl.
A homegirl? Okay, not your girlfriend. Somebody you want to be your girl?
No,
okay.
Not at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just asking.
Yeah.
You know, that's like the journalist in me to like ask questions too.
Really? So. Tell me if I'm a good journalist, like throughout this.
Okay, we got to keep going. First.
All right, cool. What was the next question?
So how long have you been doing this? Like,
I've been doing. I'm about to walk up on a year. I'm about to walk up on a year. Yeah.
That's good. So what made you say I want to start my own podcast?
Well, I really love conversation, and I feel like that's a lost art. I actually ended up reading the T.D. Jakes book last year. Was it last year or year before last? It's called Don't Drop the Mic. It was just talking about how to conversate, like people having conversation, people being able to speak to people was just dying out. It was a lot of people just texting and you know, other ways of communicating that wasn't actually verbal. But I was like, the best way you can really impact someone is like talking. So I was like, why not get my words out? And then I was doing like motivational speaking. So I was like, man, I know a lot of people. So, and I'm very good at speaking. I'm very good at holding conversations. So why not just start a podcast and then get the free games out to the people?
That's dope. I love it.
Yeah.
I never thought about wanting to start a podcast.
Why not? You say it's harder in front of the camera. This the easiest way right here.
I mean, I feel like everybody got their own lane. Like, I don't think I'm supposed to have a desire to want to do that. You know, like, I read somewhere where I heard this one pastor say, whatever, like, prompts you or whatever you feel, like, led to do, like, or it aggravates you or you like, man, I know I could do that better. Like, that's your realm that you should be in.
That's exactly what I was doing. I watch a lot of other podcasts and I just be talking about them. They probably be talking about me too, but I talk a lot of trash. Yeah. I'm one of the people I like to perfect my craft. That's why I keep the people around me that I keep around me, so I can be like, hey, tell me how this look or what I need to work on with this. That's why I asked you right then. It's like, hey, help me out with this.
Yeah, we just gotta keep going. We gotta keep going. Like, but so far so good. I'm liking it.
All right, cool.
This is my first podcast though.
Really? It's your first time ever being interviewed too? Really?
Yes. I'm usually on the other side. Like, I'm usually, like, with my job, like, depending on what type of video I'm doing, or, like, when I worked at the news station, like, I'm always interviewing somebody else. So
I had a guest on before. She used to work at the news station, too. This just popped up in my head. She felt like... Ain't nobody gonna... Well, they might know who I'm talking about. I don't really... Well, she don't work there no more. And she felt like she couldn't be... herself, unapologetically herself.
Like a black female.
Like a black female, yeah.
Like...
And just the way she talked, cause she speaks loud, and she country. So she felt like she couldn't fully express herself or be herself when she was working there. She was working at I don't think y'all was working at the same one, but I ain't gonna say the name of it anyway. But did you feel that when you were working there?
I mean, not really, because I feel like the industry is changing so much. Like, now when you look at the news station or look at media stuff, like, you'll see a black girl with braids. You'll see a black girl with wearing her natural hair, and at some point, like, we would go in the news industry and feel like, okay, I got to get my hair straight. Like, I got to do this, I got to do that just to blend in with, the other reporters that's there. So, but I'm seeing it kind of gradually change, like, because the generation is changing. So I feel like the news directors, the CEOs of the companies kind of got to keep up with time if they want to have reporters and, people in the industry.
I feel that. That's why it's another reason I wanted to do this, make this platform, because I also wanted to let guys younger than me, girls younger than me know that you ain't got to have it all together to do it.
Right.
I made my own out of this. Like, everybody around me got a degree. I don't. And I was like, man, shoot, I'm going to use my peoples to help me with this. I got a friend that's good at marketing. I got another friend that's good at, I got two friends that are good at marketing. I got another friend that's good at audio engineering. I got a videographer. I got all of that around me. So I was like, well, shoot, I'm going to just do what I can do best. Yeah. I also want them to know, like, I don't speak, like, perfect vernacular.
Right.
I know some words, but I ain't.
You ain't just spitting them out. You ain't T.I.
Yeah, I ain't T.I. I ain't Fred Davenport, but I'm me. And I want them to know, like, you could be you and make it look good, make it cool however you want to, but you do got to work on your craft.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Like, I think people missed it. Like, I feel like as time changed too, people feel like you can just get into something and it's just gonna blow up.
Yeah.
And it's like a misconception, because I think social media make us feel like, okay, all I got to do is post it and I'm going to blow up like
microwave.
Tomorrow. so microwave. And I mean, I feel like, I'm victim to it sometimes too, because I'm like, man, why this ain't popping yet? Or, Lord, like, what I'm gonna do about this? What I'm gonna do about that? But I mean, everything just takes time. It's a process. Like, everything a process.
Right.
Just everything.
Right.
Like, you'll be surprised. Like, the smallest thing is a process.
Right.
You just gotta keep going.
Just like you said, I be looking at social media sometimes. I be hanging.
You be hanging.
I be hanging.
Why you be hanging?
Why I be hanging?
Yeah.
Why not?
I mean, why can't you look at their stuff and just be like, okay, this what they doing, blase, blase, blase.
I think it's really because I played sports my whole life, and I really just got this I got a competitive side, and I call it my dark side.
Okay.
Because I don't let it out a lot. Nobody here, nobody thought I'd be hanging, but I be hanging on people. But it fuels me.
Yeah.
And I need that.
See, I'm the opposite. Like, for the longest, I wouldn't look at other videographers, like, work. Because, like, I'll look at it and just automatically compare my work to
That's what I do.
their work. You know, and then it just got to a point where I was like, I just got to mute everybody. Like, I ain't going to unfollow them.
Yeah.
But I'm going to mute them so that I can stay focused on what I'm supposed to be focusing. And it's only been, like, most recently that I don't get, like, anxiety or feel like my stuff not as good as theirs when I look at it, because I'm like kind of coming into my own, like, okay, this is my style, this is what I do, and of course I'm gonna continue to perfect it, continue to go to YouTube, pick up different techniques, editing different ways of editing, all of that. But I'm different, they got what make them great, and I got what makes me great.
Right. I get that. I don't even watch the stuff I do back. Do you go back and look at your stuff that you've already sent? Not the work you're working on, but like you sent it out. You do. Why?
Sometimes I be like, man, it's good as hell. Like, but other times, I mean, I look at like, okay, me and my brother helped me out a lot.
Shout out Carrington.
Yeah, shout out to him. Like, he a beast for real. So I trained him, and so I go through and look at his shots. I'm like, shots look better than mine, But, I have to go back and look at both our shots because, I'm always looking at what's going to make the next video better. Like, everybody not going to have, like, all the flowers and, the candles and the glam at their wedding. Some people just going to have simply love. That's it, which is great. But how can we take somebody that got a room full of decor to somebody that doesn't have a room full of decor and still make it just as high quality, high def as the next video? And so I'm always go back and look at my shots. Like, okay, I could have twirled it a little bit around. I could have slanted the camera this way, or came up overhead just to make it look like more jazzy or more cinema.
What's the craziest thing you ever had to do to get an angle?
I don't think it's I've been on roofs. Like, I done climbed up on just different things. Like, it's a limit to what I would do, because I definitely want to go home afterwards. And, I'm not trying to hurt myself over a video. But I wouldn't say it's there's been crazy things that I've shot. But I wouldn't say, like, I've done, like, crazy things, like, to get the shot, if that makes sense.
What the wildest shots you've had to take, if you don't mind speaking
like
on
it?
it?
Shot? Or like people, or like things that I had to capture?
Yeah.
It's been different events, and you sit back and you like, what in the world is going on here? Like, I don't know if I can really say it. I don't want to get nobody out, because they gonna know.
Well, don't get in trouble, young.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's been some crazy events. Like, yeah, it's been crazy. Yeah, I don't want to offend nobody, but it's been crazy.
Okay. So how long you been doing videography?
I guess since 2012.
What is it? Okay, never mind, I'm tripping. 2012. What year is it? It's 23, right?
23.
Okay, I forget the year all the time. But
Me too. I forget the date.
I'm good with dates. I'll put 2020 on something real quick. Yeah. So you've been doing this, how long you said? 8 years. Okay, 8 years. So people look at it and we see the work of it. It's beautiful work. You do great work. That's why I recommend you a lot. What is something that people don't see that may be like somebody can be looking back and be like, I could do that. But what can you tell somebody and be like, nah, you can't do what I do? This is your moment to talk your talk. Because on this show, we do not do humble.
We don't do humble?
At all.
I don't think that is...
I just said we don't do humble.
Give me the question.
Give me something that people make. Somebody probably sitting back looking at Wyatt Productions and is just saying, I could do that way better.
Yeah.
But like if you heard them say it, you'd be like, you can't do what I do.
I mean,
I'll
say this. I know you say we don't do humble, and this is not humble. But what I will say is anybody can pick up a camera and shoot something. Like, I mean, we live in a world where, you know, people doing their reels themselves. You have so many apps with CapCut that'll edit for you, so you think you're a real videographer by the time you finish with that.
I've used that before.
I've used it twice.
Word.
Yeah. But I'll say that it really does take, like, what people don't see with Wyatt Production is when we're up to 2 and 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning, or we go to sleep like, okay, let me get like 2 hours and then I'm gonna get back up at 2 and get back to editing. So to my point, everybody can say they can pick up a camera and edit, but do you have to work at this skill to really deliver like a final product to somebody? Because I mean, when you get all of them shots back from an event or whatever, like if I was to go shoot you, like I would have tons of footage to sit through and look at. Like, so it's not as easy as, you know, people may think, or as social media may make you feel like when you get through doing your own reels and, you know, TikToks and stuff. Like, it's really, really hard work, especially like finding good music, the music that's going to go with the whole vibe that's really going to set the tone. So, you know, yeah, you can probably do what I do better. You can probably do what I do, but you probably don't have to work at the skill that I have. Like, because I'm working on multiple projects. Like, I'm working on, you know, I probably had to go help my dad and my mom with their cleaning company, you know, but somebody didn't show up, you know, so now I got to go, you know, put on some cleaning clothes and go mop somewhere. Or now I got to go clean up after a tenant because the washer and dryer done broke up because we got properties, you know. Then I got to come back and deal with other clients emailing and saying, okay, I need this, I need that, can you shoot this, can you shoot that? And then I still got to sit down and edit somebody's video. So, I mean, no, they won't have to work at the skill that Wyatt Production has.
There we go.
Yeah.
So all y'all think y'all can do it, y'all can't do it like Wyatt. You did.
You can't. You can't.
That was leading into my next question about your work ethic, because I've seen your dad around with the cleaning services a lot. Yep. Like I think I've seen him.
Big ups to International Concepts. Period.
Shout out to him.
Love it.
But I just see your dad in random buildings. Just cleaning. I'm just like, dang, bro, where you don't be at?
Yeah.
I seen your dad in Birmingham.
Yeah.
That's when I knew it was an actual bit. I thought he was just doing it at the church.
At the church,
yeah. But I was like, oh, dang.
Uh-uh.
You out here.
We everywhere. We everywhere.
You out here. But so I bring that up because that hustle mentality, that work ethic mentality, was that always instilled? Because all y'all doing something too.
Yeah, for sure.
Like Dakota,
yes.
Terrence, and y'all hustling, bro.
It was most definitely always instilled in us. I mean, I think...
Has he always had to clean the business?
Always.
Okay,
like,
cool.
Since, I think he started it back in 1993. So I was 3-4 years old when he started it. So, yeah, like, we've always seen, like, my mom get off her job, like, her 9 to 5, and say, come pick us up from school, daycare, whatever, and say, okay, we got to go to this building and help your dad, you know, because somebody didn't show up. Or because initially, when you first start something, you don't have no employees. It's just you, you know. So, I mean, it's literally a family business, you know, like all of us at some point have had to put on some gloves and go vacuum, go mop, go clean toilets, all of that good stuff. So I think like a lot of times when you see like my dad, or you see like the first thing, okay, you said something about my car, but I go clean up a facility every Wednesday and Friday. Every Wednesday and Friday, no matter what I got going on, no matter what videos, no matter, you know, what property I have, Airbnb I have, like I still gotta go, you know, go to work. So I mean, people can always look at what a person has, but you don't know what it takes to get there.
So was your dad? My dad for me is my role model. You know, it's the closest. I used to grow up and be like, why I live in Alabama? Or like, why so and so ain't my parents? I just named some celebrity that I admired. But as I got older, I was just like, man, I'm glad my dad was my dad. I'm glad my mom was my mom. Right. I appreciate both of them.
For sure.
But as I got older, it was like things, and my dad has always been real good at this. When anything he doesn't know, he does not mind deferring to who else. Like, so if I just look up to someone else and he know that that's gonna help me, he's like, you know, I do that. Right. You know, listen to them when they talk. So I'm pretty sure your dad's not a videographer.
Nope.
He's not in broadcast. So who did you have to look up to, or who did you have to talk to when you got to wanting to be? I know you had him to lean on like as an entrepreneur, but it's some things you just don't want to talk to your parents, or don't want to bring up to your family.
Like, you know, they can kind of give you the basics of anything, but they don't know exactly what it takes to get. So when I was in college, I interned, and I met this girl there. She was already working there. She was a producer, Brittany Sharp. And like I just gravitated toward her. Like she was like, "Oh, you can come in. You know, I do the 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock show, but I have to get here at like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning." And so she was like, "You can come if you want to. I know that's too early, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "No, I'm going to come." The next day, I got up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I went to the intern, to my intern at 3 o'clock because I knew she was going to be there, and I knew nobody was going to be in the station. I knew I would be able to get that hands-on, like, experience, like her showing me, like, what she was doing, how she was putting everything into the rotation, or how people was going to see the news the next day. So, like, now it's funny because like she was my mentor up after that. Like she helped me get hired on when I was working at the city, all of this stuff. It's crazy now because she's one of my best friends. Like so it don't even feel like she 4 or 5 years older than me. Like we like best friends now. Like so where it turned out like she was my mentor, now like we like sisters. So yeah, I definitely needed somebody to kind of show me the ropes, show me what I need to do, what I didn't need to do, how I needed to be, how I need to kind of maneuver through the industry and talking to people and just networking really. So she was definitely the person that, and now we're business partners ironically, like with our public relations firm. So that's crazy, but she was definitely like played a huge role. She was really one of the reason why I started doing wedding videos, to be honest. Like
really?
yeah like so I was already doing like little small marketing videos for like small owned businesses, all of that, but like she was like, she does weddings on the side. Like she have her own wedding planning business. She was like, you really need to start doing wedding videos. I'm like, I don't want to do nobody wedding video. Like that's something, like that's a huge moment. Like what if something happened? What if like I lose the SD card or I don't get the right shots? Like that's a make or break type of situation. Like somebody wedding, because you can't redo nobody wedding. Like it's like,
and very much in the moment.
Yeah, this is in the moment. Like you can't.
Who did your wedding?
This guy named Tony in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, amazing. But yeah, like you can't redo that. So I was like, I don't know if I really want to do that. But she was like, no, I'm telling you, you can make really good money in this industry, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, I'll try it. Did my first wedding, and it was hard. It was a lot. It was hard work. Like,
do you look back at it and criticize?
Oh, it was bad.
Really?
Like, yeah. I look at the video now, like the quality, like shaky shots. I can't stand shaky shots, but I mean, you see the growth. I see the growth anyway. But I mean, then like when I started in 2017, 18, like they thought it was the best, and I'm like, okay, it was enough for me to keep going, and say, okay, let me do my second, let me do my third, and now I can't even count how many weddings I do a year, so.
Word. Booked and busy.
Booked and busy.
Yeah. When your birthday?
March. It's next week, March 23rd.
This ain't coming out when it's so.
It's not coming up?
No, I'm saying this ain't gonna come out when your birthday comes
okay,
up. So.
Dang. But it's March 23rd.
March 23rd. What you got planned, Devin? Because every time I see you, I just think Beyonce.
Beyonce? Why?
Yeah, because I don't know, the Cuff It video.
Oh God.
It just made me. Every time I see you, I just
like when
think
that
about
song
it.
come on, people be like, "This your song, Like, no, it's not. Like, cause the crazy thing about, I love Beyonce. Disclaimer for all the Beehive people. I love Beyonce. I think she's an amazing, like, businesswoman, entertainer, all of that. Like, she's everything. But I did not listen to this latest album. I really didn't. The only reason why we did that is because the girls on my trip, on my bachelorette trip.
So wait, did you even know about Cuff It?
I didn't even know about the challenge at all.
But you heard the song?
I hadn't even heard the song when they wanted to do it. No,
Cuff It a bop, bro.
It's a bop now, but again, like I just wasn't bumping it. Like Jermaine, he can attest to this. I wasn't bumping Beyonce in like when I'm getting ready. Like I'm gonna have my gospel on in the morning, my sermons, and then I'm gonna move over to like key Glock. I'm gonna move over to like, you know what I'm saying, like stuff that's gonna like give me like, oh, I can't get this money, like, like I'm gonna just move on to the next thing, like. But Beyonce was not getting bopped like in my house, like in the bathroom at all, like even when I'm getting dressed. So when we go on the trip, we go to a winery, and we're getting ready to get back on the shuttle to go back on the Airbnb. Not the Airbnb, what's it called? Uber, to get back to our place. And they like, oh man, let's do this cuff it challenge. I'm like, what's the cuff it challenge or whatever? So they show it to me. I'm like, okay, cool. So I was like, well, show it to me. Like, so everybody like, okay, here, this how it goes. So we, you know, start doing it. I'm like, okay, cool. Somebody records it. We do it one time. But one of the girls, one of my best friends, she was recording it. She wasn't in the video. So somebody was walking by, just a random guy, was like, I'll record it for y'all. Second take, post it on TikTok. And now it's like blowing up. Beyonce, reach out to us, post us.
Yeah.
I'm like, Beyonce, I love you. I listen to your album all the time.
see, let me tell you something. You're sitting across from a Beehive president.
Oh, goodness.
I'm over the Birmingham Black Man branch.
I hate it. I'm sorry. Like, I just didn't get into listening to it.
Really?
But I like Cuff It. It's a cute song.
Man, Cuff It was the one. Like, listening to the album, I could tell that was the one.
Yeah. But it's just not something that gets me, like, amped in the morning, if that makes sense.
Really?
Like,
I be listening to Cuff It on the way to the gym. But I got a weird workout playlist anyway, so.
Yeah, that's not what I'm listening to in the gym.
Yeah. That was an off-script question.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
So the next one was because you talked about how you got up at 2:00 in the morning to get up and go and work a job that you weren't gonna get paid for. Is that when you knew, or when you look back at it now, you be like, dang, this is my purpose. This is what I want to be around. Because that's something that hungry people do. I always talk about people that are hungry and people that got an appetite.
Yeah.
When you hungry, you'll eat anything.
Okay.
When you got an appetite, you just going to get one thing, and if it ain't there, you turn around and go home.
Okay.
So is that when you knew you were really hungry for this, or when did it kick in for you?
I mean, I've always been the person, like, if I'm gonna do something, like, if I say I'm gonna do it, like, I'm not gonna play with it. Like, I'm gonna go all the way in. So if I'm gonna learn a craft, or at that point, I'm trying to figure out if I even want to be in this industry. Like, if I want to do production. So I need to learn everything that it consists of, like, and that's getting up early to do, you know, whatever it takes to get the job done. So no, not at that point. I didn't know. I was just kind of following suit, like, with learning the craft, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes. It's really only been most recently that I've been like, you know, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, you know, like, as far as, you know, making people's dreams come true. Like, this video is something that people will always be able to look at. Like, you think about it, you know, everybody not gonna be here forever. Like, we're not supposed to be here forever. At some point, you gotta go on to glory. So I look at it like I play a huge role in people being able to save those memories with loved ones, with, you know, different things that they've accomplished, to look back on their resume, like, oh, I did this, I did that, look at this video, be able to show your children, your children's children. So now, yes, I do look at it like, you know, oh, this is my purpose, you know, but initially, no.
When did it click? At what moment did you know, like, this is it?
That's a good question.
Was it someone just like, oh, I love this?
I think every day, like, every day that I do what I do, I think that it becomes more real to me. Like, okay, because I don't feel like you ever just reach a destination, you know, like, this is my purpose, boom. You know, like, I think every day some part of that purpose is supposed to continue to be unraveled.
Well, when did you know it was your passion?
I'm
gonna make it harder and harder for you.
You making it hard.
Yeah.
When did I know it was my passion? Okay, so one of my clients on my public relations side, he is the first black sheriff of Jefferson County, Sheriff Mark Petway.
Mark Petway. I voted for him.
Thank you. I'm sure he appreciates that.
Yeah.
And I think I knew then because initially, like, you know, you just working, you know what I'm saying? You're hired to do a job, you're hired to get video, do social media stuff, like, push his mission out, push his platform out. So, you know, I'm doing that, like, I'm following suit, like, I'm just doing what I typically do. And then when you hear the results and it say, Mark Petway, newly elected sheriff of Jefferson County, never been a black sheriff in 200 years of Jefferson County. You like, oh my God. Like, I'm making history. Like, I'm helping people make history through video production. Like, I'm helping get their message out. So I think at that point, that's when I felt like, okay, this is my passion. Like, really helping propel people future to the next level.
That's beautiful.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Well, no, I think that's that defining moment. But every day, like, I think I'm getting more and more comfortable with saying, like, this is what I'm here for. And I think you can be here for, like, several different reasons, Like, I like to say that I don't think production will be the only thing that I do. Like, why production won't be the only thing I do. Like, I'm going to be managing a lot of different businesses. Like, I think my gift, like, my skill is video. Like, that's something I picked up. That's something I'm good at doing. But my gift is management. Like, managing things, making sure that things come to fruition.
Word. Why didn't you, well, you probably didn't feel that till afterwards anyway, though.
Right.
In school.
Go into management? Yeah. Well, I can tell you why, because I never wanted to have my own business. Like, really? Never. Like, you grow up, like, I've seen the trials and tribulations that my parents went through with owning their own business. Like, you see when you lose clients, you see when you get clients. Like, when you are your own boss, like, you really kind of maneuver how much money you're gonna bring in. And people, when you're dealing with people in the industry where you give a service to someone, like, people real finicky. Like, they real funny. Like, they'll probably, if for the longest, I probably would have never, like, showed up, like, driving my car to, like, a job or something. Because the people, I just feel like people are funny. Like, they see what you have, they think like, oh, we paying them, so that's what they, they able to get this type of stuff, So you just never know. So for me, I was like, I want to keep my 8 to 5 where I know I got a set paycheck coming in every 2 weeks. Safe, definitely, very safe. Like, that was me. Like, I want to get my check every 2 weeks and, live my life, go out to drink with my friends, like, kick it, live my best life. That's it. But I really was pushed into it because I was, like, applying. Like, after I left one of my jobs, I was applying, like, to jobs that I know I was overqualified for and wasn't getting them. And was like, I'm really getting pushed into doing this thing myself. Like, basically doing what I wanted to do at their company. So, yeah. God has a funny way about doing stuff.
For real. I was watching Carlos Miller one time, and he was like, he don't like when people be like, hey, put me on. But it's like, it's too many ways to put yourself on. Yeah. For me to try and help you out.
I mean, that can be twofold because, I mean, everybody needs some help. You know what I mean? Like, we're here to bless people.
And I think it's a difference between needing help and put me on.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, put me on could be like if I were to go to Breakfast Club, like, I want to work here, and I just be like, put me on. I know how to talk to people, and then they just be like, okay, well, show me your work. I got something to show them. Right. Like, I've been putting in work. I've been doing this. I work on this. I work on that. Right. Other than some people be like, put me on, bro. I'm funny.
Yeah.
Where your jokes at?
Yeah. Yeah. I see that. Yeah. It definitely plays a role in what you get and how you get to the next point. Like, you can't be like, if you can't say you want to be a fashion designer but you ain't, and you
dusty.
Dang, not dusty, but I mean that too. But you never, like, you don't have no sketches, like, you don't have no ideas, no concepts on nothing. That's why, like, I'm always big on, like, staying ready, like, getting stuff together, like, making sure, like, my contract is defined, when I'm sending it to clients, making sure, the process of them booking is, seamless. Like, because, I mean, if Beyonce hit me up today and say, I need a video, what's the next step? I need to be ready. I need to be able to send her an invoice like that. I need to be able to send her a contract. Like, so many times we be like, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for my next step. Like, God bless me, this and the other. But you ain't did the lead work for just the foundation yet. So that's what I'm at with it.
You shoot music videos? Why?
I'm pretty sure I could. Well, I mean, I just feel like it depends on what. Like, I'm not in the business of, like, having no gun pointed at me. So, yeah, that's not. But, I mean, I'm sure I could. It's just not something that I would probably want to do.
I got a song.
You sing?
No. I just got a song.
Okay.
I need my
So
vision.
you finna go into music?
No, I just got a song.
Okay.
You only live once, Okay. So why not?
Okay.
Just have fun with it.
We'll talk offline.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fire. I'm gonna let you hear it.
Okay,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
I would love to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, your friend group.
Okay.
What does that look like? You got to have a good support system around you.
You have to.
When you a hustling, you rich like you got to have that kind of.
I receive it. Keep saying that.
I mean, it's here. It's a rich room right now.
Put it out there.
I just dress like this.
Let's go.
But you got to have a good friend group around you, to make, because like your friend group can really bring you down and not even know it.
That's
Some
so
people,
true.
and I tell like younger guys that I mentor and stuff, I tell them all the time, like, bro, those people, like when they're getting ready to graduate, I always let them know you're going to have friends that love you and you're going to have friends that help you. And there's going to be a difference when you're going to notice the difference. And you're going to you're going to come to the point where like, dang, the friends that help me are the ones that also love me. But you're going to have those friends like when you be like, hey, man, I don't feel like going to class today. Shoot, we ain't going either. And you going to go with them. Or you going to have those friends that are like, man, I don't feel like doing this today.
Yeah.
And they're going to be like, yo, you need to. We ain't got time to waste.
Yeah.
So who are your accountability partners? That's what I'm trying to get around to asking.
That's the thing. Like, I've been so blessed. Like, my friend group, my core group, like my family, I won't even call them my friends. Like, these are like my sisters, like my brothers. Like, we all be on the same wave.
Yeah.
Like, literally always have been on the same wave. Like, I mean, yeah, there are moments where we have to like check each other. Like, nah, you looking at that wrong, or maybe you should do it this way, maybe not that way. But for the most part, like, we always on the same wave as far as like getting to the money, getting to the bag. Like, that's our goal. And it's so good, just like you talked about, like, you may not know how to do one thing, like you may not know how to do marketing, but you know how to talk, you know how to keep a conversation going. Like, that's how it is with my friends. Like, so I may not know who to contact to get my contract and stuff in line, but my friend's an attorney. So, okay, can you look at this for me? Or do you know an attorney that can look at contracts for me? Oh, yeah, I'll send it to so-and-so, So that's kind of like how our friend group is. Like, one of my friends running for judge at the point.
Shout out Shantae.
Shout out to Shantae. You gotta have her own.
Let me tell you how great of a journalist I am.
Okay.
That was what I was about to ask you next. I was like, yo, I'm trying to get out the word around politics.
Yeah.
And our community and our
Definitely
culture.
gotta have
Yeah, and I was like, yeah.
But like, she is running for judge again. She ran for judge, came in second. Back, I don't know what year it is, but anyway.
17.
Was it 17?
I don't know.
I don't think it was that late. But anyway, yeah. So she needed videos. Like, she needed, social media, graphics.
I used to watch them videos, bro.
I shot them,
Word.
Yes,
I didn't know that.
Like, and so, I mean, you need people like that on your team that can do different stuff, And, I mean, that's what we are. I'm just using me and her friendship, for example. That's how it is with all me and my friends. Like, one of my homegirls, she a fashion designer, like, got her own line. Like,
She dress you? Did she ever dress you?
I called her and asked her, like, what you think about this outfit? But, like, she needed to get a video done for Complex. Me up. So now, guess what? My video running on Complex now. It's at Complex Con. So, I mean, that's what you want to have, people like iron sharpens iron. Like, you want to have people that like put you on game, help you, like, and I do it for free. Like, I'll help you out, whatever it is, because I mean, that's what it's about. Like, it's not no competition when it comes to me and my friends. Like, we all trying to get to the same place. We just doing different things.
I got a friend like that. We do 3 to 5 things a day, and we send it to each other, and we trying to do it for 60 days.
Wow.
So,
like, what type of thing? So
it could be as little or as big. So me, one thing that I've never been great at is making my bed. That's on my list. Make my bed up every morning.
Okay.
What else? I got a list today.
See, I would literally be pissed, like, cause I have to make the bed.
And I have to send it to him. And we say if you miss a day, you start all the way over.
We gonna still there. But I mean, I don't know. It's like we really be on the same way. Let me see if it's stuff that we don't do.
Like mine today was read or make up my bed, stretch and work out, prepare new content, and read my book.
That's good. So then you have to send that it's complete.
Send the checklist, yeah.
That's good. I like that.
And then we have objectives. So that's the yearly objectives.
So how many friends is this?
Just me and him.
Just you and him. Okay.
Yeah, and he pitched it to me like we watched the Super Bowl with each other. After the game, we were just talking, and then it just led to that because we both, man. like I said, we won't do humble talk on this show. We both like him. So it was like, bro, we gotta keep it for the him. You know, you be like, man, who the richest dude in the room? Him. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm him. Whatever that is. I'm whatever objective that is. Yeah. Yeah. You feel me?
Yeah, see, that's type of stuff I like to listen to. Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna get me like.
Don't do that though.
Stupid.
Okay, back to your
Okay.
friend group. No, I wasn't talking about your friend group. That wasn't what I was going at.
We
were talking about that, but I had another one after that. Dang, what I was going. Oh, other businesses. That's what I was going to talk about.
Okay.
That's why I talked about your friend because you got a lot going on. So you mentioned the public relations. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
I know you got the Airbnbs that you ran out. Y'all had the USFL players stay there last year. I'll be stalking the page. Something awesome.
Yeah. That's so good.
Something I also. Now I'm gonna ask that next because that was good.
Okay.
Because it's just about your business. But well, how did you get into the Airbnbs? And it's 2-part question. 3-part question. How hard is it to maintain? Because people gonna think it's easy. I can get a spot and rent and clean it. But and how can people get into that?
Okay. How did I get started? So when I talk about so I don't feel like you do nothing by chance. You know, like if you're doing something, 9 times out of 10 is because you did it on a smaller scale at some point in your life. So when I was in college, I worked at a apartment complex. I was only working at the apartment complex because if you worked at the apartment complex and you worked 20 hours a week, you got rent for free.
Right.
So I was like, I'm gonna go work at my apartment. I mean, I live here, so I mean, at least rent was like $3.99, I think, a month or whatever. So I'm like, I'm gonna go work here and get the rent for free, and then anything you worked over the 20 hours, you got paid. So, you know, we working at the apartment complex, we had to like do, you know, show people the apartments, do leases, all this stuff. So at that point, I'm just doing it for that. Fast forward to, you know, now the wave of Airbnb. Just on social media, seeing stuff like, oh, okay, like people, you know, get into the Airbnb wave. Like it's big in larger cities, but not so much in Birmingham. Like, you know, we coming up, you know, having different things come to Birmingham. So I was like, talking about, well, he was my boyfriend at the time. Yeah, we weren't even engaged at this point.
Your homeboy.
He was my man.
Oh, okay. I thought y'all was just. Okay.
He was my man.
Okay.
He was my boyfriend at the time. And I was like, we should start an Airbnb. And that's what I love about my husband. Like, we be on the same wave. Like, you got to be around people that's really on the same wave with you, that's really trying to progress and go to the next level. And he was like, okay, let's look into it. So we both started doing our research, you know, found the place, and, you know, of course, got furniture, did all of that, and got it set up. So, is it hard to get in? Not really. But it was something that we always wanted to do because, you know, we're into like investing and getting properties and, you know, just really making passive income. Like everything I feel like don't have to be like, oh dang, I worked 10 hours at this wedding or this event to get this money. Like, cause them 10 hours, you know, you on your feet, your back start hurting, your feet start hurting, everything. Like some stuff I need to be able to lay down and making money in my sleep. So that's kind of where the idea came from.
Right. Is it hard? Well,
is it hard?
Yeah, to maintain.
Not really. I mean, no, it's not hard to maintain. Once you get a system in place, I think what's hard is the people that come in because you really never know what people's intentions are. So you got to have rules in place that people know to follow, you know, not to make, like we done had people throw whole parties in our place. Like that was actually our first like guests through a huge party. Police got called, everything.
Wow.
Like they trashed the place. Like it was terrible. Like literally I had just finished decorating it. I come in, my rug it was bad. It was real bad. So I think the hardest part is just making sure that the people that come into your place have the same mindset as you, you know, as far as like they're like-minded. They're not coming here to trash your place or, you know, mess up your money, because if your place is a nuisance to these apartment complexes or these neighborhoods where you put the Airbnb at, then people want to, you know, boycott it or, you know, try to ban Airbnb. So you don't want nobody to mess up you making your money. So I think that's probably the con in Airbnb business because you really just don't know what people gonna do in your place.
So it's easy to get into.
Yeah, I mean, so what they call it is corporate leasing.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were to call an apartment complex, which a lot of apartment complexes like trying not to get into, like they'll say they do corporate leasing, but if you ask them about like short-term rentals like Airbnb, Vrbo, all of that, they'll say no. So it's really, I think that may be the hardest part is just finding places that will allow that, especially here in Birmingham or just Alabama in general, because we be so behind the wave. Right. So like other places, like, yeah, you know, because I guess apartment complex look at it like it's going to be a nuisance to the community. Mm-hmm. But other places like larger cities, they look at it like this is a place that I know I'm gonna get paid the first of the month. Like we know we're gonna get our money in because they're running a business out of it. So I mean, I just think it depends on like where you're doing it at, like where you're opening it. But for the most part, you'll call, say, hey, you know, I want to get into short-term stays or corporate leasing, and then they'll, you know, let you know if they have some units available, and then you just kind of you do it in your business name. So whatever, like if you want to start in your business, like, hey, I'm putting on my business, they run it, you know, put it under your name, and you go from there.
Word. I'm gonna do one.
You should. You should. I mean, you literally. I mean, aside from like keeping it clean, but you can always get a cleaner. I like to go in and clean mine just so I can say like, okay, I know everything was in place. I know I had snacks. I know I had clean towels. But we have cleaners that'll step in every now and then if you know we're booked.
That's why I got homegirls.
Yeah, you pay them. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I pay all my homegirls.
It's a good business to go into. It really is. Like my homegirl, she does it too, and she has a house. So I think she got about a 5-6 bedroom house. So she's able to get way more people in it. So of course she charging like what $600-$700 a night. So she's doing really really good. So it really just
in Birmingham. That's what's up.
She over on the east side, right off in Roebuck. And they paying good money, but a lot of money went into it. Like she put a lot of money into the house as far as like having different themes in each room, different colors. Like I mean, a lot of thought went into it. So it's not something that's like, oh, I'm just gonna throw some furniture in it. You can, but you really want to capitalize on your profit.
You're right, because everybody, you go look at Airbnb like it's so bland.
Yeah, but you want to be creative. Like you want to. So the next ones that I do, like I definitely want to. Like we talking about doing like a pink house. Like we're talking about doing something just like a game house, like have a bunch of games in and just different stuff. So just different themes to make it, you know, more appealing. But for the most part, I mean, it's easy to get into, but it's also a lot of thought goes into it for sure. For sure.
That's what's up. I think it was another one I had. What was it? Oh, public relations. Your public relations. Okay. That's my second to last one.
So I started.
Wait. What is public relations for people like me?
I just look at it as another form of, I mean, people like to say it's marketing, but I look at it as just a form of like branding. Like you talk about branding a lot. I look at it as a form of really getting your brand out to the media. So like you got this brand. I was going to use this water, for instance. Can we talk about like other
You can talk about this one. Well, my cup a little peeling. Yeah, use my coat though.
Okay.
About to blow a bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say, you know, this is your brand or whatever. Like you got a great logo, great name.
Wait, take it back. Let's go ahead and use them. I read Rick Ross' book.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, 1186 black owned water. That's all we drink in our household.
Right.
Like, we real big on like supporting black owned businesses. So they have like you have this product. But you got the brand and you got the label, you got the design, all of that. But how you pushing it out? So that's kind of what public relations is. How you know get it out to the masses, your messaging. You know what the target audience. How you gonna push it out? So it's kind of similar to marketing. Marketing is more numbers analyst than public relation is, but like we come up with like if something bad were to happen, if your water was contaminated and somebody got sick, like public relations will already have a plan.
How we jump on that?
Yes, how to jump on it before it got bad. So that's what we do. It's called Modern Mode Agency. I own it with 2 other females. So I spearhead, of course, the visual branding department, public relations, my business partner Brittany Sharp, and then image consulting Ariel does that. So yeah. We have different clients. One of our clients is Sheriff Mark Petway. So, you know, all the billboards you may see or commercials.
Text messages I begin. when he be running?
No, that's not us. We don't handle the campaign side. You can't do both. Like it's an ethics thing. Yeah, like this. So if we work in house with him, we can't go in on.
Also, them be volunteers that send those messages.
Yeah, okay. For sure. Like people that he's hired to do that. But so like if you see billboards, if you see commercials, like those are things that we played a hand in making sure that we've got the messaging right, things that he wants to do, things that he wants to push out to the public. That's what we're supposed to do.
Word. I only voted for Mark Pittway seriously because he was black.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
That was my only reason for voting for him.
No,
I don't know why I felt the need to tell you that.
You should definitely look into his platform. Like, I mean, I'm literally just getting into politics like a few years ago. But I mean, it's definitely something that everybody should focus in on, not just because a person black or not. Like, you really want to hear what you gonna do for me, especially positions like that. Like, he has like full range of, you know, how people getting locked up, how they get treated, you know, just the different procedures that goes on in that office, in the sheriff's office. I mean, Jefferson County is the largest county in Alabama, so you definitely want to like listen to that type of stuff.
That too, for sure. And I got a friend of mine who seen, I forgot the last guy that I was in, but we ain't gonna say his name anyway. Okay. But he was sitting at the table. He was at some breakfast restaurant, and he walked in, and he just didn't feel. Just walked in and didn't feel like he belonged there. I'll say that because him and the other guys were sitting at a table, and you know some of them can be trying to talk around it without being
like
I don't care.
Oh, okay.
So you know how some white folk be. Well, I know how some white folk be. I don't know how you know how they be. But when you walk in a room and they just act like you not there, like they don't speak, or you speak and they just don't say nothing back. Yeah. And he said he just walked in the room and felt that, and that right there really what made me go vote for Mark Pittway.
Wow.
Yeah. So I said that to say you got to watch how you treat people.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
somebody's always watching, literally always watching. So I try, you know, no matter if I'm having a good day, a bad day, whatever, like I try to make sure that, you know, I'm nice to people. I have a good attitude, good personality. Because, I mean, somebody will take that and run with it. Like, oh, I seen her. She wasn't all that cool. Like, she be posting those scriptures on social media, but she ain't about this. So, you know, you just want to make sure that you really living a life that, you know, people going to say bad stuff anyway. The people going to always have something to say. But, you know, if you can help some stuff, then do that.
Yeah. That's good. One more thing.
Okay.
2 more actually.
I lied. Fun, actually.
Good. I got 3 more things now.
Okay.
So I pay attention to a lot of stuff, and I remember this one quote that I heard you say a long time ago.
Oh man.
It probably was like, I don't know, somewhere in these 8 years of you being working for yourself. Okay. You don't work on Fridays.
I try not to. If I can help it, I will not work on Friday.
Why?
Just because like of the industry that I'm in, like typically I'm gonna work on a Saturday, you know, or you know some Sundays. I need to get out of that too, and leave Sunday for you know resting and getting your week together. But if I can help it, no, because I mean, I think when I first got into entrepreneurship, like I was working every day, all day, you know, like really burning myself out quick. And I wasn't going to withstand like longevity doing what I was doing. So I had to really sit down with myself and be like, okay, I need days off where I can just focus on myself, get my nails done, get my hair done, go out with my friends. Like, because what I found was like I was working so much, and then I get on Instagram and, you know, my friends out having fun and really savoring the moment, you know, basking in what they doing, and I'm just working, and that can get real old real quick. So no, I'll try my best not to work unless it's like an event, you know. Then yeah, but if I work on a Friday or a Saturday, okay, I'm not working Sunday or Monday, you know, like I'm going to give myself some off days,
at least 2.
Yeah, I mean you have to. Like,
did you when you would see your friends out when you were first starting on your grind, did you see your friends out? Did you ever feel not guilty to them, but guilty to yourself? You was like, I don't deserve to go out yet because you feel like I'm not at where I'm supposed to be, so I don't deserve to go out. I got this thing I do to myself. I don't feel like I don't like to party, and I don't want to go out because I feel like partying, that's what you do when you celebrate.
Right.
So when I do go out, I do beat myself up. Like, I shouldn't have went out last night.
I mean, it's twofold. Like, you know what you got to get done. You know what you're working on. Like, so no, I'm not going to go out. If I know I'm saving for a house or I'm putting some money away for a certain thing, why would I be in a club blowing it, you know? Or why would I be, you know, buying everybody, you know, drinks at the bar, you know, when I know that I'm working on something. So I think it's really like you have to put it in perspective yourself. So no, I didn't feel guilty. But, you know, I also don't want life to pass me by either. Because, I mean, we only here for however long we here. You know, whatever God say. But at the end of the day, like, you don't want to look up and you have no memories with your friends. You have no memories with your family. Like, you just worked all the time. And so that's what I saw myself doing. I was like, I want to be that. Like, I want to be able to look back and have memories with my friends, with my family. So some days I need to take off. Some days I need to give myself, not even be around my friends or my family. Like, just, like, next week, I'll be taking a break. Like, I'm not doing that special. We're going to the beach. Like, we're going to relax. But it's just something so I can come back refreshed and renewed.
Dev, you snubbed me one time.
When?
You went to Florida, and I was just like, I remember I messaged you and asked you were somewhere, and I was like, what is that?
I probably told you.
No, you didn't. Devin, I go to the message right now.
I'm not good with DMs.
Yeah, because I was like, it was something you did. I don't even know what it was because the message gone. But I was like, dang, bro, that looked like it was fire, bro.
My bad. I probably opened it in.
I said, you definitely opened it. I said, I'm going to need your full itinerary because I'm looking at all the views.
I remember that. Yeah. And I opened it because I was going to give it to you, but I forgot. It was probably, when was it?
August 7, 2022.
I was in Rosemary Beach. I took my husband for his birthday, and that's when I'm going back.
Oh, okay.
Rosemary Beach.
Well, I guess I just looked it up.
And I did send it to you because I had an itinerary.
Devin.
I sent it because I posted the itinerary.
You posted it?
Yes, like every day. Because I did like a whole. I did like a whole agenda. So I don't know what. I was in the moment with my man.
I got that.
But no, like, we went to Rosemary Beach, just in Florida. Like,
I don't want no more.
Okay. Yeah. But it's a nice place to go and just relax and eat good.
Yeah.
Unwind.
Yeah. I was trying to go like last year at the end of the year.
You had a girlfriend or something?
I was trying to go last.
So what are you hoping for with your podcast?
Oh man, this is okay. I want this to. I just want the information for people to get out there. A lot of people feel like they can't do something because they never seen it before. But like I said, I know so many people. I'm inspired by the people I grew up around, people I know personally, all of that, because I'm just like I could do anything
You can.
because I know these people. But a lot of people don't have that. So I felt like this was the easiest gateway to get to people.
For sure.
Everybody got a phone. Everybody got YouTube.
So what made you want to put me on? Because you can say like, oh, she got businesses and different things of that nature. But what made you say, okay, I want to have Devin on?
That was it.
Just because of the business?
Because I seen you had business. I always see you working. I admire people with work ethic.
Yeah.
I have a strong admiration for those kind of people. I love players, but I want to meet your trainer. So I like the stuff like that because I know the trainer know the work that they putting you through to make you great. Exactly. So I want to talk to those kind of people. I read Kobe Bryant trainer's book, both of his books. His name was Tim Grover. He trained Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, Keem, Olajuwon, Charles, all those great basketball players. He trained all those guys. So I wanted to read his book, and I read both of his books, and I just love perspective like that. Okay. So that's part of the reason why I wanted to have you on because I respect you. I appreciate you pulling up.
Really a good show, just kind of make me sit back and think too about like why I do what I do.
Cause you're great.
Thank you.
Let's listen. Put that at the top.
I want to be.
Yeah, you are.
Thank you.
Yeah, we don't have wannabes here.
No wannabes.
No wannabes.
We talk out. We pop our stuff here.
Exactly. To your rich self.
Man, you keep saying that, so I know I'm finna run up on some money.
Most definitely. Some more money.
No,
bro, I seen them all. No. I don't know what that is. That's how I know I ain't got no money for whatever that shirt is. Oh. I was like, that is that off-white? Off-white? Ooh.
But I should have had on my own stuff. Now that I'm looking back, I should have had on my Wyatt production stuff.
Oh, you good. You good. We know. Throw the brand out there for one time. Where they need to find you at?
Y'all can find me at Wyatt, WYATT production on Instagram. And then my personal Instagram is Devin A. Wyatt.
Okay. And then click that link in her bio if y'all want to see the Airbnb.
See the Airbnbs, yes. I'm really excited about that. So you mentioned that we had USFL players last year. We got some of the coaches staying at some of our one of our properties now. So that's really exciting. Like that's USFL dope. Been good to us.
Yeah, shout out to them. Good to me too. I went to all those games last year.
Wow. Yeah, we went. Jermaine did. He hosted one of them, like the big opening. But we went.
That was the only one I got there at halftime.
Yeah, we went to a lot of the games because we literally stay around the corner from the stadium. So.
Word. Shout out to y'all, man. Yeah. So click the link in the bio. What they gonna say in the link in the bio? Cause that's how I did my stuff.
What you mean?
The link in your bio on Instagram. Your link tree.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What's in the link?
What's they gonna see in? Oh, okay. Yeah. They'll see all of my. They'll see the Airbnbs. They'll see my production company. They'll see my public relations company. Just all the things that I'm involved in, and really hoping that it continues to go to the next level. For sure.
Beautiful. I appreciate you pulling up on me.
Thank you for having me. This was fun. Like I gotta come more.
Well, we
need to talk about like relationships, like with young people and stuff. Yeah, I think
go there again.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Like I feel like I want to talk to women about knowing your worth and not sitting and waiting on no man.
Look at you.
No man.
Look at you. It's like I don't think out the cameras. It's too hard. Look at you. I already got ideas and stuff.
Yeah, don't wait on these men. Don't wait on these men. Focus on yourself. And that's a lot of why I do what I do, because at one point, like I wouldn't date nobody. Like when I was 24 or whatever. Like I didn't have did I have a boyfriend at 24? I can't remember. When you get married, like them relationships don't.
Facts.
Like they null and void at that point. But yeah, like I just focused on myself, like focused on building my brand, like figuring out what I wanted to do, how I wanted to do it, and yeah, this is the prime time. I'm proud of you. You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
This is the time to put in all the work at 24 years old, and then you're 30, you can retire.
Facts.
Big facts.
Dang, man, I gotta give you some flowers too. I was gonna do that. Now I'm gonna wait to the very end, actually.
Okay, we got some more questions.
I got one more.
Okay.
All right, so you say you had a good time here, right?
Yes.
Do you know at least two people who will also have a good time here that you think you could?
For sure. I got a lot of friends.
I know I want Shantae.
Yes. And then my friend Olivia, she has her own clothing line.
Word. Is it fire?
It's fire.
Does she got men's wear?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
She got big men's wear.
She can make big men clothes.
That's what I'm trying to see, bro.
She dope. Like she been in Vogue, Complex, like Teen Vogue, like everything. Like right here in Birmingham. Like lived in New York for years. Just came back. Like doing her thing.
Shout out to her. What's her name?
Olivia.
What's the brand?
Live Streetwear. Shout out Live Streetwear.
I follow her.
You do?
I do follow her.
That's my best friend. She went to school with Daryl.
Word. That's probably how. Yeah. Okay. She got a blue check.
Yeah. Blue check her.
Yeah.
She worked with Foot Locker. All of this. She have clothes in Foot Locker.
I was gonna hit her up, but I seen the blue check and got discouraged.
No, she's so cool. I'll reach out to her for you.
Bet. And Shantae. Because I want to get that politics conversation.
About public relations. These my clients. So
Word.
So, just talk to me.
You gonna charge me? Okay, cool. Because I was gonna revoke all of that.
Ain't got no money for you.
All right.
Ain't got no money.
Okay, cool. I appreciate you pulling up D&D. I would love to have that relationship conversation on this podcast. So whenever you plan that out, if you want to make it happen, we can make it happen here on About to Blow Up.
Now you done got me up here. Now I could just slide. I know where you be at. So I can just,
pull up anytime, bro. Yeah. We welcome guests to come back. We haven't had one come back yet, but I'm
coming back. Okay. You just gotta invite me back.
You don't need no invite. But I mean, I'm always now. See, let me think about me. I be getting I be feeling like, man, I don't need to be bothering these folks.
Nah, you got to. You got to. You got to.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hit you up, whenever. But you gotta let me know when you ready first.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna
hit me up for the summer hit, because summer's gonna get. That's when I do all my events, like my weddings. They start picking up.
Most of, and I got my music video.
I got you. As long as you don't have no guns.
We ain't got no guns. Okay. We ain't got no guns. No. And back to this though. I appreciate you pulling up, sharing your life with me and my friends. For sure. I appreciate you being that inspiration to me.
Thank you.
And now hopefully to some other little black girl, shoot, a black boy, whoever. I appreciate you for just doing what you do, carrying out your purpose, because we need that. We need to see that. Appreciate you being vulnerable, just being open. I really thank you for that, and just keep going because you may not know it, but I'm always watching.
Oh, thank you. I love that.
Yeah.
Now I feel like you're supposed to give me some flowers.
Yeah, they.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Appreciate you. This has been another episode of About to Blow Up podcast. Go follow us on the gram too. Y'all see that at the end.
Don't play with it.
Yeah.